What's up, fellas?
What's going? What's crack-a-lacking?
What's up?
Nothing much.
Same old, boys.
Coming to you live from your friendly neighborhood McDonald's. So.
Yep.
You gotta get that free Wi-Fi.
Do they have McFlurries tonight, or is the ice cream machine down?
No,
always down.
It's always down, and I forgot my wallet. So yeah, there's that. So
That's horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. But yeah,
You get free ice cream though if you do some chores around there. Maybe take that trash out. They'll throw you a McFlurry, maybe.
yeah, maybe, hopefully, go fix their ice cream machine.
So yeah, tonight we got we're gonna have Chad Hoover on. He's on his show right now, so he said he'll jump on with us, talk a little bit about the national championship, and then also about being an ambassador club, what that entails, and what we need to do for him, for KBF, and what they do for us being that ambassador club. So that'll be cool to talk to him. A lot of information.
Yeah.
If you're on, what's up, guys? Throw some comments in the side where you're watching from.
Yeah, comment where your favorite fast food restaurant is. Since Bailey's at McDonald's, let's throw them in the chat. Where's the best fast food restaurant?
And what is your best? What is your favorite Little Debbie snack?
This guy.
Wendy's is the best for sure. Wendy's and Chick-fil-A are pretty tied. Five Guys is up there.
I don't know.
Pretty much tied.
Yeah, I don't know if Chick-fil-A, boy.
Chick-fil-A
Whataburger.
We got Will Gresham.
Two Whataburgers.
You gotta put Popeyes in that mix. You got to.
Yo, Popeye's chicken, boy.
People don't know about Whataburger. Just kind of like Boosie's, little Boosie's.
Oh, Whataburger. Everybody's saying Whataburger right now.
I know
Yeah.
Ryan likes Culver's.
Ooh, Culver's is
Big time Culver's fan.
You can't go wrong with Culver's either.
The pretzel bites in Culver's is legit. So
Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. Come on, John.
Wendy's is
There's
where
a
it's
Culver's
at.
right down the street from John Ellenwood. You got to go there. Maybe I'll meet up with him,
Wendy's is where it's
at. Chris Parker agrees with me. Wendy's, nothing like a Baconator. After a workout, the Baconator, the post-workout meal of choice.
Oh God!
Let's move on.
What
from
about some
fast food and
chilies?
Let's talk about best topwater bait.
Ooh.
Oh. Hey, don't make me go. You want to go get it?
Hey,
Yeah, go get it.
Go get them. Show them where the heat is right now.
We'll talk about it right now. But the heat is. I'm not going to tell you who makes it. There's a giant musky bait that kind of looks like a Whopper Plopper or a Chapo, whatever your preference is. It's nice. It's nice. Maybe you guys will hear it when it smashes the water.
It's huge. It's huge.
It's not. Yeah. It's huge.
It's huge.
The Hellraiser. Get out of here with the Hellraiser. Come on. I hope that's a joke.
Ryan's favorite's buzzbait.
Hey, I do like a good buzzbait, man.
Hey, Tenor Rock, they love a buzzbait.
Oh, really? Wouldn't know.
When now?
Fluke man over here.
One.
Oh, he's so mad at you right now. Who else do we got? Let's see.
Well,
Jonathan Ellingwood is heading back out to Stickmarsh this Sunday.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, you guys want to talk about this past weekend at Stickmarsh?
Yeah, you're looking at the winner right here.
The winner and not the loser right here. I wasn't the loser. I think Ryan took last place for sure.
I took home the big win with my estimated 4 to 5 pound bass. It's not confirmed I was
there strictly for photography. That's what I was there for. So
yeah, Wendy Biles is out there.
I'm gonna start calling Ryan O'Neill because he always takes the L, so he doesn't need it at the end of his name. Oh, Ryan O'Neill.
I think Wendy was hiding on it. She was probably wrecking him.
Yeah, she did. I think she caught like over 9. She said, and she missed 6. So yeah, she can fish, and I think she had a good time out there with us. So that was good to have her.
And she sent hella nice pictures.
Yeah. If you check, she has made the cover photo of our Facebook page of that awesome pic she took. So
we were all just sitting in one hole catching dinks, chasing around 12 inchers.
And she was missing giants at the boat.
I caught an 11-incher that ate a 12-inch like Zumo monster. The worm was longer than the fish, and it wasn't the only one.
So we have Will Gresham saying he's going on Thursday, and Chris Park will be at Stick Marsh tomorrow.
Tenorock may be my new favorite location after this season. Facebook user.
Who's that?
That's
State
Seth
your name,
Taylor.
Facebook
I
user.
just looked.
Oh,
Is it?
It's Seth
Okay.
Taylor. Yeah. So yeah.
Tenorock. I have not met. I have not seen Seth Taylor out at Tenorock. You need to message me, and we need to hook up.
He
and go
won
out there.
it. He won it with the last season at KAF. He
Yeah,
won it
yeah,
while they
but-
were bedding.
Yeah, but well, I mean, that's a fun time to go fish there.
And,
So I need to
and he
get with
won
Seth
it
Taylor.
fishing against Sherman Bishop.
On Hydrilla, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you're giving him the juice.
On
my
Hydrilla?
guy. Yep.
Okay.
They're on Hydrilla.
Let's Seth Taylor hit me up and let's go fish Tenorock right now when it's when
Nice
it's
toenails.
tough. That was talking about Wendy Biles' profile. Or
Yeah, well, I'm with you on that.
Sorry, Wendy, we had to put your foot pick in there.
don't ever put a good pick out there with feet. We're gonna post it.
That should be the theme this season. Make sure you get a really good foot pick with your fishing picks this season.
We should do a wacky feet submission in one of the tournaments. So like you got to paint your toenails different colors and submit them, and we pick a winner at the end.
Maybe give you a gift card or something. I don't know. Do something crazy.
Let's do something crazy. Let's make it fun. Let's make it interesting. So yeah, no, that's what else we got going on in the chat. I think 107.5 inches. Let's go. Wow. Okay, that's an average day out at Tenorock.
Oh, okay.
Ah, dang.
That's an average day out there when they're bedding.
You keep on. Seth Taylor might be down for a side bet next time you all go out.
I'm always
side bets.
I'm fine with that. I like a good friendly competition.
I mean, you've been on the losing end a lot lately. I don't know,
dude. I won. I won on Saturday. There's no losing.
I think it's going to happen again this weekend. Where are we going?
We'll see. One bait. Everybody knows the rules. That's all you can throw.
One bait.
Got to be a frog.
It's going to be a frog for sure.
Got to be a frog.
Got to be a frog.
Look, he's getting scared because he doesn't. He's not a. You gonna throw that frog on your spinning reel, or what you gonna do?
Dude, I listen to me. I beat you guys with a spinning reel single-handedly. Okay, I don't want to hear this thing about spinning reels. I will throw a frog on a medium-heavy spinning reel all day long and put fish in the boat.
Oh, I think this needs to go down.
At Tenorock?
Anywhere.
Hey, let's go down the Fellsmere and do it.
Okay, let's do it. Saturday, Fellsmere.
They're gonna bulldoze you.
Hey, let them. They'll be right in my boat taking pictures with my nasty feet.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, let's do it. That sounds like a deal.
Must be nice.
Anybody else going anywhere else? Anybody going anywhere else fishing this weekend?
Yeah, post up in the chat, guys. Where you're going?
So Will Gresham, I'm with you, man. I'll throw a frog on a spinning reel too. Hey, me and Will Gresham are seeing eye to eye on a lot of things here recently. So I'm starting to grow fond of that, man.
You got to learn.
Have to change it up. I think next time I go, I'm gonna go get some redfish or some trout. I think I need to.
Hey, come to Tampa. The Reds are running right now for sure. So
I might
Bull Reds are. You're switching to saltwater. Is that what I hear?
No. I don't have enough money for that.
We know a guy that does that.
Money
Hey, all I'm saying is a Chapo will destroy in the bay. You're catching snook, you're catching reds, you're catching anything.
Oh, we'll see.
Let's do it.
Maybe there'll be some people over here in Central Florida that are in the chat that might know where to go. Over here,
nowhere in Central Florida. Where
Mosquito Lagoon.
Mosquito Lagoon.
Come on, my guy.
They have reds in Mosquito Lagoon.
Bro,
are they imported?
Yes.
No.
I've never heard of Mosquito Lagoon.
Dude, that used to be the premier spot before all the grass got killed out there. Yeah, it was incredible fishing.
Reds
out
were
there.
everywhere.
Huge.
Really?
Yes.
Huge.
Absolutely huge.
Hey, so you guys want to hop on to some of the key talking points? So
yeah.
before. I don't know how soon. I don't know how soon Chad's going to hop on, but in case we haven't highlighted it already, like Chris Bailey, he's going to be our tournament director. He's going to manage Fishing Chaos specifically for us. Myself, him, and Ryan have sat down with Fishing Chaos and got a full tutorial. So and we're pretty efficient on the system right now. Ryan O'Neill's gonna run operations. He's running StreamYard for us, and he's not gonna like this, but he's gonna be our voice, the voice of the FKBT.
All right,
you got to get him that broadcasting voice. We're gonna work on it though.
Coming to you live from KFL.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
What did they say? I got a face of radio. Something? Is that what they say?
For sure.
You are the who's the country singer that you resemble the most? What's his name?
Luke Combs.
No, Luke.
Come on, my guy. Come on.
What's
My
that
bad.
guy? Not Luke Combs, but
Luke
he's coming
Bryan?
to Tampa, Ryan. He's coming to Tampa.
Morgan Wallen?
No, God, no, not Morgan
Oh,
Wallen.
That's the only guy I know that's coming to Tampa.
No, the dude married to Gwen Stefani. What's his name?
No, Blake. Not
He's
Blake.
coming to Tampa?
No. Hold on.
All right, we'll move on. We'll think of it.
Yeah.
Chris Clutter. He's specifically our sponsors guy and rules, which I'm going to share that responsibility with Chris Clutter with rules. I'm managing the budget as Chris Bailey specifically is the count holder for everything, and for transparency through the club and through everybody that manages the club. Like so there's multiple eyes on everything. I'm gonna manage the budget side, and like I said before, we're gonna share that information, keep it open to you guys. And Mark Pasamato, he's working specifically the anglers committee through you guys. I think specifically we'll talk about it, but who we have as the representatives. Mark's not on with us today. He's busy right now. Let's see. What do we got? So Fellsmere Stickmarsh, I don't know if you want to talk that first event of the year. Who we have registered, registrations open?
Yeah, so I opened registration open. I pushed a mass email out through all of our current members who signed up through Fishing Chaos. So you should have received an email from Fishing Chaos just letting you guys know that registration has opened for our first event. We did that just so that we can see how many members are planning on attending, and giving them plenty of time to sign up and budget that for your personal use. So if you guys want, you can go ahead. If you are a member, registrations is open for the event, for the main event, and as well as the Big Bass ticket if you guys want to participate in the Big Bass. So it's a $50 registration fee. Out of that $50, five of those dollars is going to go towards admin fees, and then $5 of it is going to go towards the national championship at the end of the year, and then $40 of it will go back into your pockets based off of how many folks we have attend each event. That will determine the payouts for first, second, and third. The Big Bass, the $10 that's going towards Big Bass, $5 of that will be paid out for that specific event, and $5 of it will be put in a pot that's going to go towards the overall lunker of the FKBT trail series for this year. What we're going to do is we're going to post after each event how much money is in the pot for the overall Big Bass, so that everyone's tracking what they could potentially win and kind of as a prize towards the end of the year. But yeah, other than that, just make sure that you guys spread the word, like, share, and comment on our Facebook post. If you guys are linked in with other kayak communities within the Central Florida area or Florida in general, you can like and share our Facebook page to those guys, and we can hopefully get more members on board, because right now we're sitting at 33, and we're trying to get as many people on board so that we can have a pretty successful season moving forward. But the way that we're getting our club out there is really by Facebook, word of mouth, by you guys. And that's pretty much it at the moment. And then upcoming is the KBF National Championship with the Team Cup. That will be another place for us to showcase our club at a national level. But yeah, that's all I got. If you guys have questions, drop them in the comment section below about any registration questions on the Fishing Chaos app for the first event. If you have questions, drop them in the chat. we'll do our best to BOGO with AMP, buy one get one with AMP outdoors.
Well, I'll cover the stuff specifically for the sponsors, what they're providing us here in a minute.
Yeah, well, he just mentioned something about BOGO with AMP. I don't know what that means. So
buy one
get one.
Okay. Yeah. So if you have any questions with the registration process, just let me know. It's pretty simple and streamlined. And we'll do our best to answer them as quick as possible. So yeah, that's all I got, Sean.
So specifically, I know we've had questions like admin fees specifically, like that's going toward for the big checks we were talking about. I think Chris Parker was the one that wanted the big check. So right now we're looking at the big check along with the payout for each event for first place and certificates for second and third place. And that's kind of where that admin fees is rolling to the certificates, the printing, the checks, and anything left excess is just going to roll over to the championship at the end of the year. Specifically, I know Chris Bailey brought it up. I know we're looking at sending a team representing the club for the KBF Team Cup up at Kentucky. And I know it's going to be a talking point. I think we're going to push a poll out there. Specifically, since we're endorsing and sending a team specifically from the club, we're looking at paying for their entry fee. It's $200.
As a team, not individual.
Yeah, as a team. That covers all 4 people on the team. That's if we get 4 anglers from the club that are registered that are willing to go up to Kentucky Lake and fish that event and represent our club. And
right now we do have 4 confirmed, Sean.
We do have 4 confirmed?
Yeah, it'll be myself, Chris Mitchell, Seth Taylor, and Robert Phillips are going to be the 4 anglers that are going to be representing our club up at the National Championship in the Team Cup category.
Hey guys, real quick, Chad just jumped on, so
cool.
You want to bring him on?
Sean can finish up his thing real quick then.
Sean, you want to finish real quick?
I can skim through. And those checks are coming from one of our sponsors came on, Quilco Printing, so I'd like to give a shout out to them for helping us with that specifically.
Thank you, Todd.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so real quick, 13 Fishing. Were you going to talk about that real quick, Sean?
Yeah, I'm going to run down through the sponsors, what they're providing us at this point. So 13 Fishing, we're looking at 40% off reels, 60% rods, 60% off baits. I know Chris Clutter has already submitted the list of anglers up to 13 Fishing, and they're processing that. And as soon as you guys should get a welcome email from them specifically.
Reed's been in contact with Ryan. So Ryan, he told you that should be next week.
Yeah, it should be end of this week, beginning of next week. If you were a member in the last club in KAF and you had the discount, he's going to reactivate everybody's account. And then if you're new with our club, he's going to send a welcome letter and an email and set your guys up for an account with them. So it should be end of this week, beginning of next week for sure.
And Wicked Weights, 15% off their website, and they're going to provide us with a championship prize pack at the end of the year for the championship. Kayak Hub, going to provide us a championship prize pack, Yak Attack product specifically. Yak Attack is going to provide us with 2 $25 gift cards for each event. And Kayak Cushion is going to be a discount code. Every 10 times that discount code is going to use, they're going to provide 1 free kayak cushion to the club. So I think that's a great deal. And that can roll over, and we'll probably look at giving those away at the championship specifically. Yeah. And so the more that are purchased, I mean, having 2 is awesome. I'm about to order 1. 2 is
I want to get that Cush bar. I wonder if that qualifies.
Oh yeah, for sure. Great product. Amped Outdoors, 10% off their products. They're going to provide us a prize pack at the championship. New Canoe, this is specifically for the AOI. At the end of the year, it's going to be $500 to the Angler of the Year for the club. And that's all I'm going to cover right now. So we're not cutting into Chad's time.
Yeah. Real quick, David Myers, in regards to sponsorship, said he received a new code from 13 Fishing today. So awesome. You guys check your accounts today and see if they're up and running. And Jonathan Ellingwood said Dynamic Dolly has us at 10% discount. Jonathan Ellingwood, can you please post what exactly that link is on our Facebook page, on our members page, so that they can see what awesome dolly you have, so that they can see? Yeah, that's all I had.
Fellas.
Sorry.
Bringing the man on. Sup, sir? How you doing?
What's going on, man? Sorry, I ran a little late on my own podcast.
Hey, you're good. You're good.
Just got freed up. So,
howdy, Chad.
What's up, Chad?
Hey, how you
doing,
doing,
man?
This is a lineup right here, man. Like, we look like that corner of the post office where people are wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's us.
I've been on a milk crate, at least out not fishing at all, so I'm missing. So
There is nobody scouting this podcast for male models. I can tell you that.
Hey, I take that.
We went the camouflage route.
Yeah, we went camouflage route tonight. So
Yeah.
Minus me.
Cool.
Is that the casting couch? Are you on the casting couch right now?
Yeah.
Are you in an
that's
RV?
awesome.
Are you
My
in an
son also
RV?
fucking roll, you know? So, yeah. Yep.
I mean, we got Bailey up here at a McDonald's. We got Chad on the casting couch. It can't get better.
Ryan's probably at a McDonald's too. He just brought the Motor Guide poster with him and hung it back.
Yeah. I put it all up for her.
Hey, I live in an RV, and the Wi-Fi is not good in my park. So
That dude ain't ever been scared of food. I can tell you that right now. I took him and his son after we went fishing to lunch at Bass Pro Shop, and the lady said, "What can I get for you?" And his son ordered, and then she said, "What can I get for you?" And he said an estimate. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I ate healthy that day, man. I had a poke bowl that day.
Listen,
You did.
if you think that's fun, I got a place. I'll tell you where he really has fun. We'll talk about after the show. That's when you see him in his element, though.
That's after the show podcast.
That's an after show.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
You'll need an estimate too there for sure.
So,
No estimates there.
Chris, did you say you live in an RV?
I do.
Yeah, I'm in an RV right now, man. You got to get the Wine Guard. What do you call it?
Antenna?
Gateway. Yeah, I got that. It's been a world of difference. Of course, I'm going to say that. I'm going to be like, you know, like. But,
So you're talking about the Wi-Fi extender, correct? Just that picks up and boosts the signal.
Yeah, but you can also get the SIM card that goes in it that works with the Air 360 antenna, and you pretty much have your own standalone. So you don't take a crappy signal and make it a little less crappy. You actually have your own standalone signal. So
okay, yeah, I'll have to. I'm full time living in an RV, being in the military. I travel too much, so I didn't purchase a house. So I'll definitely have to do that.
So they called, when you're married and you get in trouble, they call it the doghouse. Well, yeah. I'm living in the doghouse full time now, so you know.
Hey, I've been doing it for 6 years. It's the best route to go.
Big D, you know what I'm saying?
But don't mean Dallas.
I have a lot of people message me going, "Dude, I can't believe you're getting divorced," and I'm like, you know what? I can't believe I stayed married as long as I did. You know what I'm saying? So there's two sides to that. Like, bless her. By the way, it's Christy's birthday today. Happy birthday, Christy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Not that she's watching this, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
She
might.
She's probably going to be her best birthday ever. She's like, oh, my God, thank God I'm done with that dude, you know. But
we might have to talk about Ryan's element later on for real now that this is going to be too good.
All right. Anyway, enough of that. So, what the hell are we talking about? Sorry.
No, so we got a couple guys. We got a team put together to come to the NC and fish the Keem Cup. So if you want to talk a little bit about that, us being an ambassador club, you can touch on that a little bit.
In years past, the Top Team Challenge Cup started off as like this $5,000 thing where I was trying to help sponsors get their way into the deal and support their team members. And that got difficult because a lot of brands don't get it. And then, it was a steep entry fee. Then we dropped down to, $1,000. And the next year, $500. And then this year, I had a member reach out to me and go, look, man, I know that you're trying to do with this top team cup, but it really should be for everybody. And I firmly believe the top team thing should be more the ambassador thing than the national championship. And I said, well, unfortunately, this year, I already committed to do the Ambassador Series Championship separate from the National Championship. So you're right. But in the future, the National Championship and Ambassador Series Championship will go back together. The Trail Series Championship and the Challenge Series Championship will be separated out. The reason that's important, and I'll have to talk to you guys about this on a sidebar, but I will say this. The Trail Series Championship and the Challenge Series Championship is in y'all's neck of the woods. So it's going to be in North Central Florida. So we're going to start the season off. I'm calling it the Alpha and Omega. Like, we're going to start the season off in Florida and end the season in Florida. So it's going to be a pretty cool deal, at least for the Trail Series and Challenge Series. And then the goal is to have the National Championship, Challenge, and Ambassador Series Championship together. And then that way we can do the National Championship to where we're doing it now without qualifications, because it's just too much to track for the clubs. It's not so much that it's too much to track for KBF, but here's a standard scenario. Somebody calls me, hey, man, am I qualified? I'm like, dude, I don't know. We don't have you through one of the KBF events. Oh, but I qualified in that one Ambassador Series. Which one? The one in Pennsylvania. What club? Oh, I don't know, one of them. So then I got to go call in clubs. Hey, did you have this guy fish? No. Did you have this guy fish? No. Did you have this guy fish? Well, yeah, but he finished in fifth, and we haven't decided where we're giving the spots out yet. So by the time it gets all to us, it's towards the end of the year, and then we're scrambling at the end of the year, and we're getting an influx of stuff. And then 90% of the time what I heard was this. Oh, dude, I would have loved to fish the national championship, but I found out too late that I was qualified, so I couldn't. So we're just going to blow the doors open on the national championship, give back to the Ambassador Series Championship by saying the Top Team Challenge Cup will become part of the Ambassador Series Championship. You can fish in the national championship kind of the way it is now this year, but next year, if you want that guaranteed payout and you want to fish in the Ambassador Series Championship, you have to do that through our ambassador groups. So that was the idea. So it's going to take 2 years, maybe 3 to get there where it's all makes sense to everybody. But the Top Team Challenge Cup and the Ambassador Series team concept will merge next year. They'll still be part of the national championship, but the only way you can get on a team is if you're a part of an Ambassador Series.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Okay.
Robert Phillips wants to know, Chad, what are the qualifications for the Trail Series Championship?
You had to finish in the top 25% of the Trail Series or top 200 in the overall Angler of the Year standings. And all of that is actually on the website now. And we've posted it probably 3-4 times now in the members only group. We also have sent out messages. So if you haven't got the message, search your email, just search Fishing Chaos because they are who we use for our messaging. Search that in your inbox and you should find the message. But it's all listed on the website.
We also posted the qualifications for all national championship tournaments on our Facebook page as well, so you can go there and check that out as well. So
cool,
awesome.
I have a question. I have a question in regards for the Team Cup aspect of it. As us as an ambassador club, we're sending 4 anglers up there to represent our club at that level. Does each member all four anglers, do they have to purchase that $300 ticket for the individual national championship? Okay.
Yeah. If you want to fish in the national championship,
okay,
you have to be entered individually. But yeah.
Okay.
If you want to fish in the national championship, yeah.
So for me, I qualified in the Challenge Series through Florida. I qualified to participate in the Challenge Series Championship. So me paying that $115 fee and also paying the $200 fee for the Team Cup, that'll get me into both. We don't need to pay the $300 individual national championship ticket.
To be in the national championship, you have to pay the $300 entry fee.
Okay.
To fish the Top Team Challenge Cup, you just have to be either in the Challenge Series Championship, the Trail Series Championship, or the National Championship. You don't have to fish all 3 of them.
All 3. Okay.
You just have to fish one of them.
In one of them. Okay, perfect. Yeah, because the reason I asked that question is because I tried to create through Fishing Chaos yesterday. I tried to create that Team Cup, the ticket for each of my members so I can add them, and it was saying when I went to submit it, it said you don't acquire the $300. You have to purchase $300 ticket before you can submit yourself as a team.
Okay. If that's the case, I'll get with Amanda tomorrow and fix that. That might be the rub with some people. So I'll get with Amanda tomorrow and say that it's any of the tickets and get that fixed tomorrow.
Yeah, that was just something that I was like, I didn't want to email you because I knew we were going to have you on the show tonight, and I figured I'd rather just ask the question here so that we can move forward and get clarification.
That's the beautiful thing about Fishing Chaos is you can get really crazy with it. The downside to Fishing Chaos is you can get really crazy with it. So
yeah, there are different tiers that you can put things in.
Assignments, it can keep you from signing up. So I'll just get with Amanda tomorrow and we'll get that fixed.
And it could be user error, Chad. I promise you. It could be, but
it's telling you got to have that ticket. It's probably because that ticket is set as a prerequisite. And if you watch the tutorial pretty much explains how it works. But I'll get Amanda to fix it.
Yeah, I followed the tutorial with that gentleman, and it gave me that error. So that's all I wanted to bring. That's one of the things that I wanted to bring up. But also something else. What are some of your expectations for us as being a KBF Ambassador Club? Like, what are some things you're looking for us to do in this upcoming season?
Man, a lot of people think it's some kind of over the top. You know, you got to promote KBF. You got to do this. You got to do that. I just want you to promote that you're affiliated with KBF. You use the KBF rules. Okay. And that's it. Be good ambassadors for the sport. That's why it's called Ambassador Series. You don't have to do anything specifically. You know, that was also part of the rub with ambassador groups over the years is that we put too much on them. We put too many requirements. We made it too almost litigious to a certain extent, how many requirements there are. And honestly, man, I got to the point where I was like, hold up, this crap is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be this stressful. Most of folks like y'all have full-time, regular, real jobs. Not everybody drives a bread truck. You know what I'm saying?
Works 2 days a week. 2 days a week.
2 days a week, man. Hey, sometimes three. Sometimes three.
Most people have a real job. So anyway, I get it. So we just have over the last 3 or 4 years, we've just made it more simpler and simpler and simpler. And then the idea behind it is that it all culminates at the Ambassador Series Championship moving forward. I want the ambassador clubs to be rooting for somebody on their team to win the Ambassador Series Championship and be holding the individual trophy. And I want there to become like pretty much a tribal warfare amongst clubs to be the club that's going to win the Ambassador Series Team Cup. You know what I'm saying? And I know that it's a little bit unfortunate this year that there's separate events and a month apart because there's going to be people that have to choose one over the other. But the long-term plan is that we're going to have both of them together, and we're going to have them both in just kind of a little heads up. If you come fish the Ambassador Series Championship this year, Veterans Day weekend, you're fishing the same location that the National Championship and Ambassador Series Championship is going to be the following year. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
And what my goal is for next year, I don't know how much you guys have followed my podcast and my announcements about the trail, but I'm trying to get the trail condensed down to where we can have the trail series end in June, have a month, maybe even 2 months completely off, have the challenge series and trail series championships in, say, September, have the national championship October, or maybe just take a big gap, have the trail series championship in October, have the national championship, challenge series championship in November, right? To have a good month away apart. But what I've kind of figured out is when we merged them together, we kind of had to because of COVID. But the folks that are fishing for that coveted spot for Angler of the Year, those coveted, top 10 places to be in the 10, really shouldn't be on the same water at the same time competing with, a big number of people that are trying to win, the national championship. And I also kind of want the national championship and the Ambassador Series championship to become more about camaraderie than it is about 100% like trying to kill each other to win. And I think that we can accomplish that by taking out the uber competitive component of the Challenge Series championship, which, by the way, the Challenge Series winner wins their way into the 10. and then the field for the 10 is set at the Trail Series Championship. So those are two really prestigious events, and we merged them together because we had to because of COVID. And I think now is the time to start to separate them back out and put the super serious stuff with the super serious stuff, and put the more camaraderie based, fun but still a really good payout stuff together. And after that, we're just going to leave things the way they are, settle in, and make it fun.
Awesome. Thank you, Chad, for that. That was great.
And there's just enough of what you guys are doing. There's enough clubs out there. There's enough supporting organizations out there. You know, for example, you have something like what happened with you guys. One club shuts down, and you guys literally banded together, spun up, and created something for the anglers. And that's what we want to support at KBF. We want to support that mindset, that spirit, that, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that you even brought like this guy over here along, right? And just gave him a place to feel, you know, put him in a dark room, shined a light on his forehead, and gave him a headset.
It's all a forehead.
Give this dude a hat. Give this dude a hat.
I know, bro. Like, here's the deal, dude. I'm with you, man, but put a hat on.
Let it breathe, Chad. You gotta let it breathe.
Forehead. I got like a 6.5 head. You know what I'm saying?
But you look good. You look good.
Oh, yeah.
So we got some questions that popped down here in the in our comment sections for Chad. When do you plan on releasing the KBF 23 schedule? Maybe a hint on the first event.
Ooh. Do you want me to just read it to you?
Ooh, sure.
Hey, why not?
Let's drop it.
Oh,
it's dropping right now.
I mean,
gosh, dang! Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that because I would have sounded sacrilegious. But I'm actually texting Amanda right now so she can fix the thing. You don't have to. Let me see here. Have to be in the cave.
Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, post them in the comments.
Yeah, this is your.
I was going to say, like these small state clubs. I mean, it's for all you guys that are new. It's a great foot in. Like, if I didn't have the previous club KAF, you know, that kind of got my foot in the door, and I think I did it for 2 years, and then I went up to the KBF Kissimmee chain event, and I had a little bit of confidence going in. I had a couple of good tournaments leading up to that event, and like I got a 9th place, and that qualified me for the national championship last year, the Trail Series championship. And so get out there. I mean, this is a great starting point, these state level clubs, and you know, I think it's great. It's a great stepping stone to get you into tournament fishing, and it's definitely helped me. Like 3 years. I mean, I went to the Kissimmee chain event, both Trail Series 1 and 2, and the Temptational on my favorite lake. And I kind of crashed and burned last year with those 30, 40 mile an hour winds on Saturday. I got a lot of bites, but it wasn't like the year before. But the national championship was great also, going up to Louisiana. I don't think I've quite experienced a bite like that on Lake Bistineau for 3 days in a row, except a few times in Florida. So it's a great experience getting to travel around too. It's awesome.
Yeah, man, I think Kentucky Lake's going to be right there with it this year. The fish are schooling up. I've got a couple of buddies that are guides over there, and I've asked them, and they're like, yeah, man, they're balling bait up. These boys are going to be able to freaking smash them.
Yeah, I think October is the perfect time of year to have the national championship. It lined up perfectly last year with the drawdown, the time of year. They were schooled up. It was all day long last year.
Yes, sir. All right, well, let's talk about the Trail Series for 2023. So we're going to be starting this thing off in Polk County, Florida, January 28th and 29th for the Trail Series and for the 10 Invitational rolling into the 10. I am actually working on getting the 10 on a special body of water that's got 10 in its name, but we don't know if we're going to be able to pull that off yet. But
I got you. Hit me up.
We are definitely going to have it in Polk County. And even if we don't have it in that special set of lakes that's got 10 in the name, we are going to quarantine a body of water this time to where the 10 is fished on a body of water that not everybody else is fishing, and then everybody in the 10's fishing on a body of water. So we're going to shake things up a little bit with that deal. February 25th and 26th, we're going back to Lake Murray in South Carolina. That's for the last 2-3 years has been historically our biggest event. Some donkeys caught there. I like going to places that I know are big bass factories, but the world doesn't, and then let the kayak anglers that fish in our world just lay the smack down and show it off. We're already in negotiations to go back to Sandy Cooper next year, so I think we'll be flip-flopping between Sandy Cooper and Lake Murray. And then the first week of April, we're going to Lake Havasu. Now, guys, let me asterisk this whole thing to say a lot of this is still, in the works. So don't go book a hotel room in Lake Havasu and be like, I booked a hotel in Lake Havasu because you said it on the pod. This is all unofficial. The official will be out in probably 2 weeks, right? The Pro Series Championship will be March 17th and 18th on Lake Hartwell up in Anderson, South Carolina.
That's my home lake. I grew up on that lake.
There you go. Then we're going to go from there to Grand Lake. And actually, let me back that up. We're going to go to Lake St. Clair, April 15th and 16th. And most of the guys that I've talked to say that if you think the smallmouth bite on Lake St. Clair when we've been there in the past in May has been fire, wait till you come in April. It's when it's like legit hammer time. From there, we go to Grand Lake. We did have them on the same weekend, but we're going to separate those out and put Grand Lake on the following weekend, which is the 22nd, I believe, of April. From there, we go to back to the East Coast, Potomac River in Virginia. That's always a really good event because I love the tidal fishery. I think we went back further into May this year. I think it was a little hot by the time we got there. The moon phase was a little bit off. We checked the calendars. We got a better moon phase because the moon phase is a big deal during tidal fishing events. And so we're going back there April 29th and 30th to the Potomac River. From there, we're going up north to Lake George in New York, May 21st and 22nd. That's actually going to be in Lake George, New York, on Lake George. From there, we go to Lake Chickamauga in Tennessee on June 4th and 5th weekend. That one has a tendency, a possibility of moving a little bit. And then the last event is going to be sometime in June on the California Delta out of Sacramento right now. But that's the deal. And the deal is that I didn't want to make it to where we had so many freaking events that, the Cody Henleys of the world and the guys like that can travel around and fish 7, 8, 10 events could just max out on points and make it difficult for the every angler, to be competitive. And so I think this year we've built a really competitive, clean, well-balanced, spread out schedule. And like I said, I don't have the dates announced yet, and I can't say where exactly we're going yet, but we are going back to Florida for the Trail Series Championship and Challenge Series Championship next year.
Nice.
I'm just glad we're going to Hartwell. That's going to be awesome.
Which means we can move it back into the year a little bit because the further south you go, the later you can have it, kind of a deal,
Mm-hmm.
So
it's awesome.
I got exciting people that I can call if we need FWC to not be around that area.
I know of 1 or 2 people.
Cool. Well, yeah, so that's the schedule for next year, guys. And we're working on some really good sponsorship relationships right now. I don't know if you guys saw the announcement, but Huntsville's really behind what we're doing here with KBF. That was awesome. Earlier this week, we did the big press release and announcement, and they've plastered it all over the news and stuff. And it's just got some exciting stuff going. Obviously personally, I would prefer to not be going through a divorce, but if you're going to go through one and you get to fish for a living, it's really hard to, cry on your Wheaties too much,
That's why you're going to California this year, I see.
I mean, I could, but who's gonna feel sorry for you? You know what I'm saying? And then I got this knucklehead over here. My son Austin's down here, pretty much half the week, every week, and sometimes we do 8-10 day road trips together. So that's been a pretty big blessing. Nice. And man,
it's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, and I'm gonna get to come see you knuckleheads in the winter this year because we're we're coming down there to shoot the promo videos for the Trail Series Championship and the Challenge Series Championship. And Chris, I might get you to take me back to that lake that you took me to. That so I've never seen a water tractor in my life. And Chris invites me to go fishing on this lake. He's like, dude, guaranteed 8-pounder, bro. 8-pounder, guaranteed. I couldn't sleep. He talked this place up so big at dinner. I literally couldn't sleep. I was like,
he does it to everybody.
I'm still like a little kid, like a 10-year-old when I think I'm going to go fish for big fish, right? So we get there. We make like 5 casts. We get out there. We paddling around. And I was like, what is that damn noise? He's like, I don't know, man. I've never heard that in my life. Imagine a combine that's upside down and in the water. And this thing is rolling this wheel, just eating up the vegetation. I've never seen this freaking thing in my life.
Was that Lake Tarpon?
It was like a steamboat. It's a private lake. It's a private lake. I'll have to take you there, Chris, too.
I
haven't been on it in a while. Lake? No, God, no.
It's like
no, Bailey. That's the lake that Chris is like, hey, cast right there, and then he cast right there.
Wheel boats, you know what I mean? But on the
10-pounder,
it was just munching up like.
Oh, it was horrible,
crazy. But I'll tell you what's funny. The most views I've ever got on a video of any video that I've ever done, I pulled over to the side and I was like, God dang it, I wish this thing would just shut down. And I had just caught like 3 or 4 good fish on a chatterbait. And I was like, okay, we're having some fun. So I pulled over and I saw these shiners up in the shallow water. So I was like, oh, I'm going to switch to a goby colored Cinco. And I threw over there and I caught like 2 fish. But I'm going to do a quick video. So I broke out my cell phone, stuck it on my PFD, did a little video. That shit's got like 4 million views now. And I did it. And, you know, you got to fish this goby in the Florida when there's a combine eating up your lake and you got to go into shallow water. But it was a unique experience to say the least.
Well, Chris Mitchell and I went out there and that was a life-changing experience. I'll have to tell you about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Chris Mitchell just said careful fishing with me because
Chris Mitchell catch fish in a dirty mud hole, though. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
he's posting a bunch of animals in the chat.
I usually just net fit Chris's fish there when I go with him. So
yeah,
gotcha.
Here, look,
what can I say?
Check out this one. I netted this for him.
That's almost 27 inches.
Yeah,
26
she was good.
and a half
on a frog. Yes, sir. I know she's still out there. If that combine didn't eat her up.
Was that your kayak, Ryan, or was that Chris's?
Yeah,
that was his.
He didn't have a board. He just got his kayak. I brought it up to him, and he's like, "Hey, let's hit this lake." I'm like, "All right." There he goes, 10-pounder on the board. That's when we were using hog jobs back in the day.
I like that traction pad. Those traction pads on the bottom of your boat.
Yeah, those are cute, weren't they?
I just wish they came.
We'll have to take Chad to the secret spot, Ryan.
Hey, we could do that too.
We'll talk about it after we're off the air.
Yeah,
that's down here too.
It's down here. It's unknown.
Actually, we had a guy ask up here, Lloyd Hardy. He wants to know, Chad, are you going to come down to Florida and fish an event with us again?
100%.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
All right. When will you be down here? In our winter time?
Yeah, I'm going to be down there sometime between the Ambassador Series Championship Veterans Day weekend and Christmas, somewhere in there. Or now that I'm mobile, I might just hook this bitch up and be down there for like a month, you know?
Come on.
Well, come on with it.
Come on.
I might blow my truck up time to tow this big bitch down there, but you know.
Hey.
That'd be worse.
Is it a toy hauler or what? He broke it.
You said
2-foot Grand
Design. It's that trailer park internet. He's
with the trailer park internet. Look at you talking about his trailer, and there you go.
I talked it up, and here I am. Yeah. Here's the thing. I tell people all the time, life is about circles, and I have come full circle. I started out in a trailer park, and I'm back in a trailer park. You know what I'm saying? So, but this trailer is literally nicer than any trailer I lived in growing up. It's insane how nice this thing is. And it's like cheap. You know what I mean? For
Yeah.
I wish I had known when I was in the military how nice these things could be, because I would have lived in a trailer and banked my BAH my last
That's what I'm doing.
God.
So I'm active duty. I'm active duty, and for the past 6 years, I've been living in a fifth wheel. So in Florida.
Nice.
So it's been good.
Everybody
It's been
in
real
Florida
good.
lives in a fifth wheel. You know what I mean? Or something with 5 wheels. You know what I'm saying?
So Chad, November will be on Fellsmere. December will be Claremont Chain. January, Lake Toho. January.
Well, Fellsmere and Stickmarsh.
Fellsmere and Stickmarsh.
Y'all don't want me on Claremont, bro. I'm just telling you.
Oh, come on.
Where did you fish with us last time? You fished Tinner Rock last year and the year before. Where did you fish? Claremont?
Claremont the year before.
Was it
Claremont.
Harris Chain or was Claremont Chain?
Harris Chain. Yeah, it was Harris Chain. That's what it was.
Yeah, Chad and I fished Lake 5 on Toho, and it was a absolute grind.
And a total algae bloom blowout.
Where
no
at?
good.
Lake 5? Where?
Lake 5.
Yeah, Tinner Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's no, I was talking about when I fished the year before that, when I fished with y'all at Harris
Claremont,
Chain.
right? Oh,
I got out there at daylight. I paddled out. The sun come up, and I was like, "Why is the water like neon green?" And it was like a total algae bloom blowout. And I think I caught like 3 fish.
Yeah, we ended up fishing back in that like recreation area that was just choked out with hydrilla, where Thomas Woodring won it. That's where I just sat all day in that clean water, because once you got on, what was it, Griffin or Harris Lake up on the north? It was almost like chocolate milk.
Yeah, I fished Griffin, and I caught a really good fish on that tournament. I think 7 pounder in the spatter docks. But
yeah, well,
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say I had a good day on Tinner Rock. Like I had, man, I was catching good numbers, and this guy paddled up to me, said he was a big fan, asked me if he could just watch me fish. I don't have a problem with like fans and taking pictures, and that's all part of it. And I even hate to say it, like it sounds pretentious just saying it, but it was just weird having. I was like, "Fish, man." He's like, "No, man, I just want to watch you fish." And I was like, kind of weird. Then he called another buddy over, and then they both watched me fish, and I was like, it was like ludicrous. It was like the Ludacris song, "When I Move, You Move." You know what I mean? It was just like, but man, y'all fish, dude. Oh, we don't want to mess up your fishing. And I mean, I can fish under pressure, but that was like some extra level pressure, you know. But they were really cool, and it was awesome having conversation. And the bite, for the most part, it died off. But I needed, I had this one, 17 I just needed to get rid of. And I think if I could have just upgraded like an inch, I would have moved up like 5 places. And when those 2 clowns that morning pulled up in the bass boat, I was waiting on fishing time, and I'm sitting there with my nose pointing in this gap. I'd already seen the fish blow up, and this dude and stops and glides his boat right in between me and where I'm looking, and I'm like, dude, he goes, "Man, we catch them here all the time." And I was like,
"Yeah, not me now."
I was about to shoot.
Thanks, bro. So just because after they backed up, I got up and skipped a chatterbait up under the little trees right there and caught like 3 fish in front of them, just to say like, dude, you know. But yeah, that was a fun tournament. I had a good time. My depth finder battery died at 10 o'clock in the morning because I was on like my 7th day straight of fishing. And the problem with Dakota Lithium is like you take for granted that it's going to keep lasting, and then that last day it bites you in the butt. But yeah. Hey, speaking of sponsors, real quick, you guys got some great sponsors, dude. And like I'll tell you right now, like a lot of them KBF shares in common. You know, Yak Attack and Kayak Cushion, all of those guys do good stuff. But there's one in particular. I fell in love with their stuff last year, and I can't believe they're not more well known. And I think it's because the name's a little bit weird for us in the South. But Wicked Weights, like they make some sick stuff, dude. Like sick stuff. And again, I think it's maybe a stigma that we're not from Boston and we're like, wicked, oh, that's wicked cool or whatever. I don't say that. But dude, their stuff is like seriously legit. Their little underspin, swim bait hook, their shaky, they might have the best shaky head I've ever thrown. And I'm comparing that to like Strike King and
wow.
bass, and they literally might have the best shaky head configuration that I've ever thrown. A lot of their stuff is ridiculously nice, but that spinner bait underspin that they've got and their shaky head is by far like one of the best, if not the best I've ever thrown. Their stuff is legit.
Yeah, with that angle on the shaky head's on point. It's like perfect. It's nearly perfect.
Lights out, dude. It's 100%. There was 2 times this year I had to catch fish for the Catch 22 challenge. I put that shaky head on, was throwing it up against the rocks, and I mean, it's so sticky, and that angle, like you said, is so perfect. They just hook themselves, especially smallmouth, man. I can't say enough good things about it. I don't have a sponsorship with them. I don't have anything. I bought like $200 worth of their stuff at the Bassmaster Classic, and I think I reordered in like a week. Oh, I got to have some more of these and some extra ones of those, and their stuff is legit.
And I spoke with Jim, the owner, a couple of times. He's super nice guy too.
So nice, dude. So, And one other one that I think other Chris mentioned this, Chris Bailey, is kayak cushion. Dude, that shit is so good that it's like Pringles. You can't have just one. The only downside to it is if you buy one of them, you're going to buy 2. Yep. And I've gotten to the point now, I'm not real bougie about a lot of things, but I'm bougie now about not having a kayak cushion on my kayak. It's like, if I don't have a kayak cushion, it's almost like my ass is too good to not regular stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, and I put one on the back and I'm being straight up with you guys. I put one on the back part just to take a picture of it for Instagram. And then I got in it to paddle away and was like, ooh.
That's nice on the back.
We've been on a couple of trips, and Austin's like, hey, man, like a crack addict, man. Hey, man, why don't you give me one of them kayak cushions? I'm like, dude, I only got 9. He said, bro, you got 2. I'm like, I got to have 2, bro.
You got to. You got to.
Oh, crap. You've got to have – it's like –
I stick it because you know that Hobie, the back of that seat has that gap. I can't stand how open it is. So I will literally stuff one in that gap, and then I have it on the back, and it's money.
That's what that new Cush bar is for.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I need to get one.
Covers that hole. Yep.
And I like Brandon, but I told him I think you missed an opportunity because if you're from the South, you probably deer hunt. Actually, if you're a country at all, you probably deer hunt. I think that thing should be called the backstrap. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, Sean. Hey, yeah.
Cush bar just sounds something like it's like the Cush bar. You know what I mean? It's like we're already a bunch of pansies having to have 2 cushions on our kayak seat, but having something actually called the Cush bar on top of that just takes it a little bit more. You pretty much got to have Ryan traction pads if you want to paddle around with something that
says. Who was I telling? I told Mitchell, I was like, hey, you got to take it off your seat and put it in your truck every time you drive off to go back home.
Oh,
that's every time.
Yep. I keep watching Chris Bailey, and I keep expecting some crackhead to come sit next to him. I swear to God, I keep hearing shit in that McDonald's. Crackhead Wanda's about to come up to you and sit next to you.
She just went in the bathroom.
Are you
kayak cushion just need to make a L-shaped kayak cushion that you just sit down and strap it in. It's Chris, just one complete.
I'm in a McDonald's. Like real talk. Like for real. Here.
Yeah, show us around.
All righty,
then.
Yeah.
Hey, I do what I got to do to make sure we get the content out there to the anglers. So.
Hey, man, I've done that. I pulled over at a McDonald's and mooched the Wi-Fi to get a YouTube video to load when I was on the road.
See, and the thing is, I just bought an iPad to use cellular data, and it still doesn't work. So, yeah, that's how far in the country I live.
I'm telling you, try that Winegard. It's got the Air 360 antenna that goes on the top, which mine came pre-rigged for it. But that gateway is fantastic, man.
Yeah, I have to look into that. I'll reach out to you if I need the link.
Austin was watching Frozen on Disney. One time.
We're gonna need to get his playlist.
He's watching number 2 right now.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Stuff.
Awesome. We got anybody else?
Any other questions?
Robert Phillips.
Robert
Phillips asked if the 2 dudes that were following you around at Ten Rock were me and Ryan.
No. I meant 2 additional dudes, I guess.
There were 4.
All BS aside, my battery died, and I ran back to the parking lot to get another battery. And these 2 knuckleheads were having a party in the parking lot. I'm like, what are y'all doing? It's like 10:30. They're like,
taking a lunch break.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right about these 2.
I was giving out free honey buns or something when I first.
Hey, let's just say when
Little Debbie cream pies.
Rough, we go swimming. We hop in the water and go swimming. So
we did an event. Me and Bailey and Chris Mitchell. We were doing a KFL event up in Clarks Hill. Boy, that was tough. I think we swam more than we fished. I'm like,
dude,
let's just go swimming.
That's where Gene cut his teeth, is up there on Clarks Hill. We actually did the first ever kayak or the first ever Heroes on the Water meeting there. And I remember I went out in the middle of the night. First time in my life I've ever been out in a storm and looked up and the tips of my rods were arcing together. But I caught like a 7.5 pounder on a buzzbait. And that's like the only good fish I've ever caught on that lake in my life. And
that's the biggest fish on that lake, probably.
We encountered a crazy storm camping there. It was the craziest thunderstorm I've ever witnessed in my life. It's scary. It was scary. We all huddled up in the bathroom at the campground.
So Chris, since we're on here, what do you do? What branch of the military are you in?
So I'm actually in the Air Force. I just hit 9 years in August.
Chair Force.
I thought you said you were in the military, bro. Like,
this guy's in the military.
Hey, don't let him fool you.
Right here. He's a military man.
We got 2. So Sean P. and myself were both actively serving in the military. So,
Sean, what do you do?
I'm in the Army. I've been in about I've been in about 19 years now. So
Chris is in the support services.
Really, no, yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah.
His people flew me around as I jumped out of their airplanes and did real stuff.
Exactly. Like, listen, here I'm going to tell you. Real talk. I'm going to tell you what I loved about the Air Force when I was on active duty. Okay. Once the Air Force started showing up, we knew that the real fighting was pretty much over, right? And when the Air Force started to pack up to head home, we knew we only had about a month before we got to go home too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad that we could provide that comfort to you, Chad and Sean.
And listen, and here's something else I got to say. There's something really comforting too when you're in country and you're like, you haven't seen anything from home, and you see a Air Force airman go by, just glide by in a powder blue outfit. You know what I mean? It's just something like, it just makes you smile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like
that's what we're here for.
They smell clean. They always smell good. You know.
Yeah, they always smell good. Their hands are always moisturized. You know what I'm saying?
Different lifestyle.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
my
no,
gosh.
Chad. Something I wanted to talk to you about. I appreciate the catch-22 that you guys are putting on. That's awesome. When I found out about KBF and fishing those events, I looked at it and actually spoke to you on the phone a little bit whenever I went to register for it, because I didn't know anything about it and I wanted to get a little bit more information. But no, I have friends that have lost their lives for that, so I appreciate you doing that and getting other people involved on a serious note. So appreciate that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And
Yeah.
And I think that that's what we really want to move KBF towards, is that charity. Ironically enough, that's where kayak fishing started, and I'm kind of coming full circle back to that. And I went through it myself and dealt with it and realized, with all the blessings that I had and all the things that I had in my life, that I still got that close to doing that myself, or to succumbing to that pressure. Yeah. I can only imagine what the people that don't have all those blessings are thinking or dealing with, or whatever. And so I lost 27 really close friends on active duty and combat or training related exercises, right? 27 in 20 years and 5 days. and some of them were multiple casualties in the same incident, type deals because I was in helos. A lot of individuals. And but since I've retired, 169 people that I serve with that I know their name, know their face, know who they are, have passed away to suicide.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people don't realize this, but like I got off of Facebook about 2.5 years ago. And the reason that I got off of Facebook is because it wasn't because of the drama or because of the people bashing me or KBF or conflicts or anything. It was this constant feed of something popping up in my feed from another friend that, we had lost, or another, person that I didn't know. It was like, and to a certain extent, you realize that you start to self-sabotage a little bit when you've got all that negative coming your way. So I just had to get away from it, man, and just focus on doing something positive. And that's how the Catch-22 concept was born. A guy named Jim Johnston up in Virginia walked up to me at the Potomac Trail event 2 years ago. Big dude, like counterterrorism dude, like built like a brick shit house. Walked up. He said, "Sir, I just want to say thanks for your service. And I want to challenge you to do 22 push-ups for 22 kills," and drops down and knocks out 22 push-ups. I was like, I just dislocated my shoulder like 2 weeks before that and was walking around like a gimp. I couldn't even paddle. But I'm at an award ceremony. I'm in a room with a bunch of dudes, He's like, drop and does 20. I'm like, here I go. It's like the hardest 22 push-ups I've ever done in my life. But I remember I got back in the truck and I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter how hard those 22 push-ups were, that I had a dislocated shoulder. That dude was right. We've got to do a better job of spreading the word. So I started trying to figure out a way to put something together, started reaching out to different organizations, came across Mission 22. A lot of these organizations, you can't get in touch with the people, which is, it's understandable. But when you go to Mission 22's website and you look at the resources that they have that are readily available, where you don't even have to get in touch with somebody, they have a huge ambassador network nationwide. I just couldn't not support and promote what they're doing. So that's why we put that series together. And this year's been a learning experience. It's been a figuring things out experience. We're going to do another drawing on the 22nd for the next wave of prizes. We're going to be encouraging people to post up their dog tags and post up their challenge coins. And
I just got mine. So I got mine this week. So
that's awesome, man. Thanks for the support. Yeah. And next year, we're going to raise the bar even more. I'm trying to find a sponsor that'll take care of the cost of the shirts so that 100% of the proceeds can go to the charity involved versus us having to, I hate to do these charity things and then you got to bring the cost out of the first part of it, but that's just the nature of the beast. Getting those first challenge coins done, those first dog tags, those first waves of shirts, but we're over the hump now. And I think that by the end of this year, we'll be able to do something significant. And then next year is going to be the breakout year for that concept, that fishing for a cause, you know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
Type challenge.
Well, that's good. We'll definitely promote that too here in Florida. I have a lot of friends that I fish with here that have asked about it and sharing that with them. They appreciated it too. And they hadn't never even fished a KBF event a day in their life. So, but they've heard about it. So
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yep.
Cool. Well, if we don't have anything else, I got to go get fat. We gotta go do dinner, man. This boy's over here like about to eat his arm off.
Chad, we appreciate you coming on and spreading some knowledge to us.
It's great seeing you.
Yeah. Thank y'all for having me, man. I'll see y'all in, like I said, either late November or early December, or maybe both.
Hit me up.
Cool.
All right, yeah.
Thank y'all.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Thanks, Chad.
All right, thanks, Chad.
Awesome.
That was good.
Great time.
A lot of information.
I think we get on board with that.
Happy to be on board.
I think we get on board with that Catch-22 for sure.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Promote it. Yep.
Yeah, it's been fun. I know it ends coming up in December 22nd of this year. It's your top. You have to, once you register for it, you have to the fish that you only register the fish you've caught after you obviously register, so you don't got much time, but it's 22 fish and it's a year-long competition. It's not monthly. It's your top 22 fish, and it's pretty competitive. You got a chance to win some pretty cool prizes, kayaks. So, yeah, I'm on board with it.
Yeah. 22 fish. That might take me a whole year.
Yeah.
Nice. Your wife is on
maybe.
here. She's letting you have it, son.
She's telling me I'm eating a family size box of crayons. I ain't never did that.
Yeah. Woo. Chris Mitchell wants to know the 240 or the 120 count crayons.
I mean, if I'm going all in, baby, I'm doing 240.
So what else do we need to discuss before we get out of here? We're already at over an hour on this live. So what else we need to talk about, guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to start seeing a few more sponsors jump on. I'm hoping to see the membership rise as we get closer. So if you know anybody that's looking around to fish tournaments and stuff, get them in.
Yeah,
get them in.
I got something I like to share. I've been asked if we're going to start a website to publish a lot of our stuff. Just want to let you guys know we have something in the works as far as like creating a website, because we do know there's members out there that might want to join our club that don't utilize Facebook or YouTube. So we will create a website a web page that you guys can utilize to access just about anything. We'll put our sponsors, links to the sponsors pages. We'll put the website that you can go on to purchase some apparel that we're having created, decals, all that information. AOI will be put on there. We'll put everything. It's going to be a catch-all for the club, for those members that don't utilize certain social media platforms. But also for you guys, we are working with a company right now to finalize merchandise. That's apparel that we're going to be pushing out to you guys via our Facebook, our members only page. We got hats that are going to be purchased, and the order is going to be submitted October 1st.
Yeah,
so
we're going to close that probably October 1st. Yeah, we're going to close that.
So get if you guys, we got orders already and we're keeping a track of that. We'll reach out to you guys when we submit that order, and we'll be able to send those hats out to you guys. But keep on share, comment, and about our club all over social media, and let's get that member count up. We're at 33. Let our next goal be 50. And remember, if you people register and they say that you reference them, that what we're going to do to kind of help eliminate some of those costs. So it's 3. If you get 3 people to sign up and they use you as a reference, we'll be giving you guys an entry into one of your tournaments of choice, minus the championship.
So just to answer a few questions, Nathaniel Holly, yes, that 13 fishing account creation email is more than likely from Reed. That's for your discount through our club. Robert, we do have FKBT jerseys being made. Those are going to be $55 if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
The photos of the jerseys will be posted here to our page, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the individual. She does it all by herself. We're waiting for her to finish up a big order, and then she's going to start working on our account this week. So
yeah, she said it'll be posted probably. She's got a huge order. It's due tomorrow, like I don't know, 600 shirts, something like that. So, and she's by herself. So I've been heckling her back and forth. Yep.
They are going to be hooded long sleeve tech shirts.
Yeah, so we're going to do the jersey with all of our sponsors on it, and then we're also going to do a hooded shirt, a long sleeve shirt, a t-shirt, and also a sweatshirt, like a hoodie sweatshirt, with our logo and the KBF logo on the back. Those are going to also be for on the website. So if you don't want to do the jersey, you could get the regular hooded shirt with our logo on it.
Yeah, we're trying to keep the apparel that's the tournament jersey to be pretty simple, and making it to where it isn't just a bunch of sponsors all over the place. That's what that tournament jersey is going to be used for, and the others is just brand. It's going to be our brand moving forward.
That logo is multiple colors. That logo is
I'll get a tattoo of it on me if we get.
No, you won't.
I was gonna say.
No, you
I
won't.
was gonna say if we get over 100 members, I will get our logo tattooed on.
My first tattoo ever. Wow.
It's gonna be the FKBT logo,
dude. I mark my words. If we hit 100 members this year, I will get before the championship, national championship. That will be on my body.
Wow. Sean, are you in?
I'm in. I got to add to the collection. I'm down to the elbow on both arms.
God.
I need to add some.
I'll find a spot somewhere on this body of mine to put that.
Robert Phillips asked,
yes.
Will the jerseys be ready for the national championship?
Yes, they will be. We will get so here's what it's going to look like, Robert Phillips. We talked Chris Mitchell. He's going to be representing us via hat. At the moment, you can purchase a hat. What's Seth Taylor? He has other commitments as far as like who's supporting him at the national championship. But I think he said he's still on board with purchasing a jersey. But yes, we'll have them. I'll be repping one. Robert Phillips, you're more than welcome to purchase one and rep it as well in the team cup or for the whole national championship. That's up to you guys.
Robert, yes. And everybody else. Once we get the link, it goes live, and we post it. You guys can go on there and order it. And I think the turnaround she said is a couple of days. So, once you order it, well, obviously we'll let everybody know. It might be tomorrow, might be Thursday or Friday. I don't want to heckle her too much.
She's been awesome too. She's top notch.
She stays up talking to me some nights, 10, 11 o'clock. I'm like, you're still working? She's like, she's by herself doing it. So she's always working, and she does a great job. I've had a lot of shirts made from her in the past and loved every single one of them. So,
and also give a shout out to Todd with who's helping us out with these the tourney not the tourney tags, but the identifiers for our club. He's helping us with those. He's manufacturing our sticker logos that we're going to give for the catchboard and decals. I mean, the cash checks. He's knocking it out of the park. So thank you again, Todd, for really stepping up and getting on board with us and not only providing us that information and that service, but also the knowledge that you've shared from your involvement with the KBF Tennessee and helping us with that as well. So appreciate that.
Yeah, I was just going to highlight a couple key talking points. We talked about earlier. You're probably going to see a poll, like we said, about making sure you guys are all on board with us sponsoring the team going forward to the Team Cup. And right now we have 4 members. Make sure you guys are all on board with that and us spending that funds to send the team forward. And like I said, next year we're looking at sponsoring the team, representing the club, going to the Team Cup next year. And also we're looking at, obviously our goal is to increase membership, but how we're going to approach the championship, by what percentage, or is it 50, 10, 35, whatever the percentage is. There's going to be a poll going up for you anglers to provide some your recommendations or what you want to see for the championship. You know, if it's 50 of the 100, top 50 out of the 100 members go to the championship, or is it 100% of 50 members go to the championship? But we obviously want to make it competitive, but I mean there's perks to both sides. So we're going to let you guys provide a little input as members of the club. So that's all I got. And like I think the sponsors.
Sean, are those polls? Are we going to put that on the Facebook page or the members only page?
Members only page.
The members only page. Okay.
Members only page. Yeah. Specifically.
Yeah. If you're a member, make sure you're part of the members only page. I think we have. How many more do we have to have join that page? We're not.
I can go on tonight and add you to the page, or I'll send you an invite.
Yeah, and we'll leave the poll open for enough time. We'll close the poll probably at the end of the week, to give you guys time to get onto the Facebook and vote for those. We'll create them probably tomorrow and leave it open till Friday, and then we'll make that. We'll post the overall or the decision once we see what the votes are.
Yeah.
So,
overall, man, I'm excited about these prize packs we got coming for our anglers, man. It's the amount of donations already, and from our sponsors, and it's looking, especially juicy. For AOI, it's looking good.
Chase that AOI.
Yeah.
That AOI.
It's looking
What
good.
are some of those AOI? It's the $500 from
New Canoe is sponsoring that with a cash prize $500.
Amped Outdoors.
Amped Outdoors is going to sponsor throw in a prize pack, and also I think
13 Fishing.
13 Fishing, yeah, we're going to get something from them.
I mean, and we still got time, so we're not stopping the work for our guys. I mean, we've talked about it in private. We'll tell y'all now we're here to try to make y'all have the best time possible, and we'll keep working.
Who was that? Robert Phillips says, "Where's all the KAF anglers?"
Yeah,
that's a good question.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that still haven't signed up. That was with KAF, so I don't know if they're. I know it's like off season kind of right now, so I don't know if they're waiting to sign up or what. But
you guys spread the words. Talk to those members. Let them know what our vision is here in this new trail. Now that KAF has kind of been dissolved, go and talk to your friends and let them know, hey, this trail is different. Our goal here is to make sure we're providing an environment that is competitive, but also something that you guys want to come and kind of build those relationships outside of just fishing. We can come have a good time. We can meet one another. We can go have lunch. We can fish, but we could also have a good time and talk, and just cut up and eat some little Debbie cakes at the boat ramp. You know what I mean? Anything. It's just.
Yeah. Nathaniel Hawley had a good idea. Do a Toys for Tots tournament in December.
Yeah, not just that. Nathaniel mentioned that. I know, I do a Cops and Bobbers event as well. If you guys want to get on board with that.
That'd be awesome.
Julia Thomas does events for kids too. So, yeah, if you guys want to see more events for raising funds or bringing awareness to the sport, to the community, then definitely get us. There's definitely some opportunities. So, I'd be down.
When it comes to that, I think we can reach out to some of those anglers and say, hey, send out that information in a sign-up sheet, and that's something we can do. I think that would be awesome to get on board with that.
We could possibly make our December event. I don't know. We could do something.
An entry fee. You get a toy. We can do something. We can figure something out. You bring a toy, you get. I don't know. We can talk about that.
We can definitely. I have an idea. We can. If you bring a toy, we can have a giveaway. You get entered for a giveaway.
Get a raffle ticket or something.
Yeah.
Great
idea.
Do a cool giveaway. Yeah.
It can be like outside, like Robert Phillips said, have an open. That could be like outside of a normal event, just scheduled at the.
It'd be like an online event. Fish any public water that you want. Donate a toy, or whatever.
Nathaniel Hawley, I'll create a flyer. We can create a flyer that has all of our information on it, that you can post at local tackle shops, for sure. And if you guys are a part, and if you guys are a part of any like kayak trail or not kayak trail, but any kayak club in Florida on Facebook, you can share our Facebook page in there that allow those anglers to like our page and see all of our content. Since we don't have a web page just yet, they can utilize our Facebook page for that. Yeah. I'm sorry, Ryan.
No, he's talking about Curtis.
No, yeah, Curtis. He said AOI needs to have something guaranteed, released early, something to work for from the.
We just said what was guaranteed.
Yeah, guaranteed already. $500.
I'll drop it. I'll drop it on the members page for the AOI breakdown specifically.
Yeah, it's going to be a cash prize, a battery from Amped Outdoors, and a combo from 13 Fishing.
So $500 cash, all that so far.
Yeah.
That is guaranteed.
That is
for AOA.
Locked in.
AOI, sorry, locked in. Yeah. Lock it in. Yep, absolutely.
Throw away the key.
Anything else? Any other questions you guys have?
Work for first place.
What's he saying? Yes.
So you're going to build us a hell boat maybe for the championship?
Oh,
2-inch bonus.
He builds boats.
Oh,
No,
if you bring a toy for the December,
You get a 2-inch bonus.
you get a
I like
2-inch
that.
bonus. Oh,
I like that.
I'll bring a whole sled full of toys.
I know
Or
what
do you
Chris
get like
Mitchell.
10?
Chris Mitchell's
or
going
do
to
you
have
get
fidget spinners. He's going to bring a bunch of fidget spinners. Yep.
Okay.
or do you get 10 points, bonus points, AY points if you bring a toy? I like that too.
Yeah.
We'll put a
But-
poll out there. We'll just do another poll. You want
Yeah.
you want a giveaway? Do you want 2 inches or you want 10 points? Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to bring a toy. It's got to be at
And
least a $20 toy. How about that?
And Jonathan, we'll post a flyer on our members only page that you guys can share and you can print out and share. That's where we'll post it.
And Chris, your boy Two Wins said, "What are you wearing?"
My boy?
The Chris
Twan?
wants to know. He wants to know what you wearing, the Chris.
Me?
He's wearing
Yeah.
that swamp camo.
Hey, come on, bro. I'm not wearing anything.
Yo, if he wears that swamp camo, that's how you get the swamp donkeys.
What else do we got in here?
It got so quiet I can hear the McDonald's ambience music.
I've been jamming out to this the whole night, man.
Hey, at least
My
you don't have
wife-
Laquanda screaming in the background.
My wife's probably like, this dude is staying at McDonald's more than he is in my own camper. So
It was part of the entry requirements at the tournament. I did a toy for a girl and a toy for a boy, or 2 unisex toys.
oh.
Clarify that. Thank you, sir. Mitchell
That's
should have a
dangerous.
deduction.
That's a dangerous statement to make.
Can you
I'm not
get
saying
me
anything, so
a B4? Can you get Mitchell a B4?
can you get me a B4?
What's
Is that a type of
before
spin?
and after?
Is that a B4? Is that a type of fidget spinner?
Have you seen what Chris Mitchell has been posting throughout this whole chat? They do not make any sense.
Oh, a B4 at McDonald's.
Oh my god.
Oh my!
Oh my gosh.
I got you, Chris. I got you, Chris. Okay,
It's
what else
on
we
the-
got, guys?
I think he's
Mitchell
drunk.
should-
It's
Mitchell-
on the menu.
Mitchell should have a deduction for the vision damage his neon kayak will do to the fish and other fishermen. David Myers coming in with the fire.
I like this guy, and I barely even know him.
David Myers, he's a Hobie guy, man.
We're gonna have to get Mitchell on after his live ends.
Yeah, we'll have to bring Chris on
It's Chris.
from his
What is
domain.
Chris smoking?
I'll take care of that soon.
Usually smoking menthols. I know that.
No, he doesn't. Marlboro Reds, bro. The Cowboy Killers.
Cowboy Killers.
Got some Marlboro Reds, bro. It's a Hobie that isn't doing. It'll fade. Coming from a Hobie guy.
All right, Sean. Do we have anything else we need to talk about?
No, I think we covered everything. So the only last thing, I'm gonna reach out to the angler representatives that I'm tracking and try and get you guys on a phone call either this week or this weekend. I'll add you guys in there who I'm tracking, and I'll reach out to you directly. And just because we need to talk about a few things with you guys, but that's all I got. I think that covers everything. And I think we highlighted all the sponsors and everything. I appreciate all the sponsors coming on. They've really stepped up and helped us get this thing going. So
Yeah.
thanks for all you guys hopping on tonight. It's always awesome. Always awesome looking at this.
And let's shout out real quick Fishing Chaos.
Yes.
They've been awesome so far, man. We love the platform. Jesse, the guy we've been dealing with, is super awesome. If you have any
Phenomenal.
questions. Down here, the Chris, he's got an arm spasm right now. He's just saying hi. Saying hi to Jen, eh? Is that your boat?
Jen A. Is that you? I got shot in the butt, Jen A. I just felt like running.
And,
Everybody's waving. Everybody's waving to me.
All right, you guys have a good night.
All right. Hey, Chris, give me a McFlurry.
All right, I got you guys.
Double Oreo.
FKBT.
All right, guys. Yeah, see y'all next Tuesday.
See you guys next Tuesday.
If you go out fishing, be safe, wear your PFDs, and wear sunscreen, I guess.
What is wrong with you?